Hello, today I'm going to show you how to load a database into SwissSys that has all of the US chess ratings and the FIDE ratings so that you can use this for a FIDE rated event. US Chess has a requirement that you include name, US Chess ID, FIDE ID, federation, gender, and birth year when submitting a SwissSys file to US Chess so an event can be FIDE rated. This database, produced by Bill Bucklis from King Registration, makes that task very simple. It combines the US Chess Golden Database with the FIDE database and will automatically include that information in SwissSys so that you don't have to enter it all manually. Here you can see the website where this information is publicly available, and I will include that link in the description for this video. The first thing you need to do is go down to the bottom of this page and download the setup file for whichever version of SwissSys you're using. I'm using the latest version, version 11. If I click on this link, it creates me a DBP file, which I will then get from downloads. I will take that DBP file and put that in my SwissSys database folder. Once it's in there, I then go back and I'm going to get the latest database. I'm going to download that file. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to go back to my download folders, open up the file, and copy the USCF FIDE.dbf. Again, I'm going to put that in my SwissSys database folder. I'm then going to go back into SwissSys. Here, I'm going to go to database setup, and I'm going to load settings, and I'm going to find my documents, SwissSys database, and find that .dbp file that I downloaded. I'm going to open that. You'll see it has this database file here, which is local. I'm going to browse that and select the uscfid.dbf file, which is the other file I downloaded. Once both files are in there, I'm going to hit OK and apply. And now it's building the database files that SwissSys will need. Now, if we set up a tournament, I'm going to call this test, add a section, test, just so I can go and add some players. Players, register. I'm going to select a few players that I know would have FIDE information, except Hikaru. Yeah. If I view the wall chart for these players, and if I make sure that Show Alternate ID and Rating is selected, I can see at a glance that the FIDE ID and the rating for the players are there. But if I click inside a player, you'll also see that the title, the federation, the gender, and the year is selected automatically. The FIDE information comes in into rating 2. At a glance, you can use the wall chart to see if the information is included. For instance, if I register a player who possibly does not have FIDE information, you can see very quickly from them not having a rating and not having a FIDE ID and not having the federation or the gender, which you can also select from this menu, I know that those are the players that I'm going to have to request a FIDE ID for. You should also note that this information will only be updated as of when US Chess provides its golden database. If at that stage a person does not have a FIDE ID, then you will have to potentially manually look up those players to obtain that information. So there you have a very simple way to collect FIDE information and have it automatically put into your SwissSys file for following the instructions on this US Chess webpage that tells you exactly how to configure your SwissSys file for when you send it to US Chess for FIDE rating.